Claressa Shields is kind of making herself look a little bit silly, kind of making herself look like a little bit of a clown. I'll be real. She's obviously the GOAT. Like, there's no question about that, Claressa. You're the GOAT when it comes to female boxing. But the same way that there are weight classes, there are also men's boxing and there's women's boxing. It's a different game. You know, the physicality, there's 2-minute rounds. Men's is 3-minute rounds. It's a different sport. And, you know, your tactics have to be different. And realistically, you know, we know that footage of Claressa Shields getting knocked down by, you know, a sparring partner who was a male has gone viral on social media, and Claressa has clapped back very quickly. She's gotten very defensive about it, you know, and I think Rolly Romero, he kind of made a comment saying, you know, it happens to the best of us. Your favorite fighters have been dropped, and it's just part of it. It comes with the territory, and Rolly Romero knows that. He's had his moments where, you know, I don't like it, but like sparring footage has been, you know, leaked of Rolly getting hurt in sparring multiple times, and I think that it's bad for the sport. I think it takes away from the allure of boxing because there are so many big fights that can be made, and I think that the sparring plays too much of a role, at least these stories of sparring, and the leaked footage kind of spoils potential big fights in the pros, and those official bouts are kind of like not as special because of the leaked sparring, so I'm not a fan of leaked sparring. But at the same time, Rolly was trying to defend Claressa, and Claressa got really defensive and said, Rolly, you know, you're the guy that lost the tank. That's all you're ever going to be. You're a bum. You don't know how to box. Ryan Garcia would beat you. Devin would beat you. Shakur would dog walk you. She was saying a lot of crazy stuff to Rolly. And Rolly, you know, hasn't made a comment back. You know, maybe now at this time, by the time you guys are watching this, maybe he has. But I don't get it. Like, he was trying to defend her, and she didn't take it well. And she's accusing the guy that dropped her to have taken the padding out of her gloves. I'm not saying she's lying. It could very well be true. But at the same time, you know, it's the sport of boxing. People get hurt. People get dropped. It happens. People lose fights. And I think that her feeding too much into it. She's talking about any boxing news outlets that post the video. You'll be getting letters of defamation from her and stuff like that. So she's potentially bringing law enforcement into this. I don't even know what's going on. She's also talking about how she's gonna block and not do interviews with anybody who posts the sparring footage. I'm like, what's the big deal? You know, the footage is already out there. You're basically crying over spilled milk. Like, it happens in the sport. And Claressa's a champion. She has nothing to be insecure about. But by feeding into this, she inevitably allows people to feel like she's affected by it. You know, like when you're going on social media and trying to defend it, say, oh, he did this, he did that, and basically say like, oh, everybody try to forget about it, you're kind of in a way playing into it. You're giving the people what they want, as opposed to, you know, just leave it alone, don't talk about it, and be like, hey, it happened in sparring, you know, I was getting work in, I got caught, it is what it is, and, you know, none of these women can do that to me. Like, you could say that, but, like, just continuing to call out guys like Rolly Romero. She's in the past called out guys like Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Triple G, and I think that's a big reason why people are clowning her hard now, because she was talking all that talk and then got dropped by a guy that was, like, 6-2 and had been knocked out, like, multiple times. Like, 2 of those losses came by knockout. Like, it was just a bum. Like, let's be real. I'm sure the guy's talented. No pro boxer is a bum. I'm sorry, I take that back. But I'm just saying, as opposed to you're comparing him to the guys that Claressa Shields is calling out. Like, she wants to fight Rolly. She wants to fight Sean Porter, Keith Thurman. Like, you gotta chill out. You know, stay in your lane, do your thing, and continue to dominate women's boxing. You're the face of women's boxing. You're pound for pound the best woman female fighter in the world when it comes to the sport of boxing. But men's boxing is different, and they're just different fighters. There's different rules. It's just a different sport. So I would encourage Claressa to ignore all that noise and continue to just do her thing. You know, look good in fights so people continue to have nothing to say. So people are going to continue to hate. The haters are always going to be there, but just continue to do your thing. And I think that, you know, the future will play out in itself, and people will leave you alone. This is all going to go away eventually, but stop feeding into it. Stop giving it attention. If you're the champ, you got to start acting like it. Start ignoring all that noise, and start ignoring all the people that have things to say about you getting dropped, and stop trying to take away from it, saying, oh, this guy's a bum, talking about Rolly, because Rolly was really trying to defend you, and then you're just going at him. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think Rolly's just a solid dude, and then Claressa Shields kind of goes at him. I just don't see the point in that. I'm not trying to make this a drama channel. I just thought, you know, it's all over social media, so I thought I'd speak on it, being that this is a boxing channel and we talk all things boxing. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Claressa Shields gets dropped in sparring. The footage of the sparring gets leaked. Clips go viral. It gets a lot of attention on social media, and Claressa isn't happy. But I think she should just ignore it and continue to, you know, get in her bag and work on her craft. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. That's going to do it for another Nads Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.